4 till 5. Then we'll bring you time with the community. At 6 we'll bring you the world news. From now until 3. If you are an underground artist, if you're uprising artist out there listening to us, a very established artist already, a declining artist, you should know why you're declining. You should know why you're rising. You should know why you are at the top now. And when you know why you are at the top, you then know that a time will come you will decline. And how do you maintain that topmost position for that long? It is called branding. See, in everyday life, you need to brand yourself. Other than that, nobody will get to the market to buy one particular rice. Even boxes that nobody sees, we have brands. And we are very specific in selecting. Branding is needed everywhere. And so this afternoon, how important is branding to music, our artists? Is it about enough interviews? Is it about enough songs? Is it about sharing beefs with other artists? I don't know. I brought the expert in the studios for him to help us explain all these things. And from today, next week, next 2 weeks, 3 subsequent weeks, he's going to be coming here doing this free of charge for us. We cannot pay him. It's very expensive, you know. His name is OBJ. And together we'll spend the entire 1 hour. We're expecting Gasmilla to join us here in the studios again. But trust me, when it comes to branding, Gasmilla won the only award at the VGMA 2020. Ask me why and I'll tell you. He won the Music for Development. And that's better branding, I call it. Welcome on board with Just Tuning. My name is Lord Marvin. If you want to join the show, 0243-847542. With your text messages and WhatsApp messages, we'll do justice to them on air for you. But once we wait, we got OBJ in the studio, and pretty soon we'll be hearing from him. And then you call classroom. Stay and stay, pick your pens. I said the underground artists, the uprising artists, the big guys at the top. Sometimes you see them as big as nothing. They are up there, enjoy shit. No money, no nothing. What is fame without money? OBJ will take us through everything. Welcome on board. It's a Saturday Jam. My name is Lord Marvin once again with Tisco International. We are on your dial. Let the show begin.
95.7 Radio with a difference. Unique FM.
I just make a man and number, so mad and I'm a diddy. Today, we are with Chrome or time. Hasona, I was a man crown. Yeah, here I am in Krabby and a free fear. Papa, I am in Krabby and a free fear. I drop me abra, and I said, do fear. Here I am in Krabby and a free fear. Yeah, I'm a metronome. Near Bessie, I'm a son. No, say, no, I meant just you. Say, no, I meant just you. It's in an enemy. When it's just a last year for you. Papa, I'm here. When it's just a last year, men who fear. I can't say my son. Sacred, and my son. Many are wondering, man, I come in the way, Sassa. Here I am in Krabby and a free easy. Papa, I am in Krabby and a free I am dropping Kofi Kinata. It's me too, baby. Feel that? Thank God I'm a window. Thank God for the money. Thank God for the girl yo. Wake up when no chop on my money. Thank God I'm a window. Tell the days I'm no hungry. Even if life makes some way, mama they pray for me.
for my life, for my life, for my life. As I dey pray for my daily manna. We know the fear everywhere make dry, but man still dey, still fresh. Charlie fresh, man. Thank God for the who's this. No reply in the blue ticks. Man on board, Charlie, but now I dey cruise in your dream car with a new chick. They ride the one in my last stop. You know be fair if you no reach the bus stop. Fix smiles, you take the mask off. You think we are.
Yo, you don't know this is Great Derby and you're listening to Lord
Sunday. Baba Tunde. For Ghana today. Where? With the hure. Our day, you know they far away. Far away. And my squad, we go pop with the champagne. Like, oh, Charlie. Oh, we man, you can make you. Aba fe me, I'm ralo. Me mama, share mahabu. I won't die, you can make you. Aba fe me, I'm ralo. Ni mama, share mahabu. Cause Jehovah they see, Jehovah go do. Why don't we go higher? Hey, Jehovah they see, oh, Jehovah go do. Why don't we go higher? Walk your bash way,
I'm all alive. If the point got to my head, say make I deny you. I go tell them, say lie, don't be lie.
Transmitting live from Accra,
Spend all of my money on you. Spend a couple million on you. Give you love until you say don't do. Yeah. Special type of feeling that I feel when I'm with you. Oh, the mommy, anytime we are there with you. I want your heart and soul and your own body too. I can't let you go. I'm beginning to fall in love. Begin to fall in love. I'm beginning to fall in love. This love no be ordinary thing. It's supposed to be one night thing. But now I know they catch feelings. I get vexed when I see it another person. No, I don't know when to get
critical. Pressure they over minimal.
Gata niceness as someone. Good afternoon, wherever you find yourself listening to us. This is Unique 95.7 megahertz. And it's a Saturday jump. We're about talking. We want to expect. When we talk about branding. And on the funny side, see, when you get to social media, especially Instagram or Facebook and Twitter, these are the three main platforms. You'll get people who has no knowledge on branding themselves. It's very, very important. They call it packaging. That's the difference. Nothing there inside, though, but them package give you. Once you get close, don't say nothing. My guest today is very experienced. He's worked at the BBC before. He's worked with KNUST before. He actually schooled there as well. And one interesting thing is that when I posted the picture, a friend of mine called me. I also belong to the football sector. So he said, you know what, this guy, I'm told he has something to do with some logo he did for football CAF something. I said, oh really, you are aware about that, okay? Big up to you, Moses. The man is right here in the studios of Unique 95.7. OBJ is my guest, as we expect one more artist to join us here in the studios. But in the meantime, we have to do what we have to do. OBJ,
right?
You're a big man, you know.
Right.
It's a privilege to have you here in the studios. Your first time, but I'm sure you're feeling comfortable.
Very.
Charlie, it's good you didn't charge us, because how can we pay you? I mean, you've been working with BBC. How on earth can we pay you?
You have to give back.
And I respect it when I knocked on your door to just come educate not only us but also the public on how to maintain level before your declining moment. Setting, because definitely your decline moment will come. I mean, and I love the few things you told me on phone already that my listeners are not aware about.
Yeah.
So we're going to be hanging out from now until the R3, and we'll get to the classroom to get to know. But in general, how are you feeling? I mean,
I'm feeling great. I think, like I told you, this is my first time coming to GBC.
Wow.
And, you know, when we are going to Circle, we often pass. You use the road in front of GBC.
Yeah.
And when we were kids, we were, you know, thinking about GBC. And, you know, so it's like a very nice experience. And I realized here is huge. Like, this place is big. I never knew. Like, yeah.
We also thank you, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I think I felt connected to the glories, I mean, that transpired here in GBC. When I entered it, I think I felt that energy.
Positive energy.
Yeah.
Once you're positive, you feel the energy.
Right,
if you're negative, you're not going to feel it. We don't do
right.
negative news here. I mean, the artists will tell you, once they get here,
Right.
we barely ask negative questions.
That's
How is
right.
that going to assist or help your career?
Exactly.
And that's what the others must learn or emulate.
That's right.
Because once you get the proper training, you realize that negativities will not take you anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's why we have a lot of artists beefing themselves, fighting
Exactly, yeah.
for nothing.
Yeah.
Not having focus.
Exactly.
So it's good to join us, and I'm very grateful. And
I appreciate it.
like I said, by the time we finish these lessons, I'm very sure most artists will change up their minds and start to re-strategize.
Right.
Because I know an underground artist who told me that, look, boss, I want more interviews. And I asked him, how is the interview going to help you?
Yeah.
He doesn't even know.
They have no idea.
Because he believes once he goes for interviews, people will know him.
Even when to go for an interview.
And what's even to wear to an interview?
Yes. Well, you have to
and as I can see, you're... Hi, Charlie.
The first impression counts.
Level day. First impression counts.
Yeah.
Okay, so generally, when we talk about artists, branding, how connected are these two words? Artists, branding.
Right. You know, there's no course anywhere like artist branding or music branding. Even when you take branding, which is often embedded in marketing, you don't really pay attention to the branding because it is often for corporate entities. So when it comes to artist branding, it's a whole different area that most people haven't looked at.
But it's a six.
There is, especially
I mean,
out
it
there.
exists, but we don't pay attention to it.
We play around here with it here. So, and that is what actually makes an artist relevant. Like 80% of the existence of an artist depends on his brand. The 20% is the music.
Okay. So, we've not started. If you're listening to us, I'm hanging out with OBJ, and I choose to call him brand expert, but I don't know how you want to refer to him because he's everything, a bit of everything. I mean, if I tell you the works he's done in the past, you'll be amazed. But that's why he's here, very humble, and we'll get to know much more about himself, and then probably how he can help the upcoming, and then even the struggling.
A lot of them are
the struggling acclaimed big guys. Yeah. That's how I want to name them. The struggling, but we think they are big, so they're out there. I had a chance to meet one artist when I left the shores of Ghana, and I was surprised. He's got a publicist.
Yeah.
He's got people handling his social media alone. I mean, he's got a blogger himself.
Yeah.
He's got
a whole team.
He's got somebody who tells him what to wear. I mean, all these things are part of his camp.
Yeah.
But I asked myself, down here, we think that's expensive. We don't need it.
Most people think they can do it themselves. Okay. Like, when you start making money, like, let's say you start making 5,000 a show, 10,000 a show, you're a factory.
Yes.
You can't run alone.
I like that. So once you start earning or getting 5,000, 10,000,
you're a factory.
Consider yourself as a factory.
Yeah.
And once you are a factory, you need structures.
Yes.
And that's what they're lacking.
Even Jesus needed disciples. How can you do this alone?
I like this point. Even Jesus needed disciples.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, the Messiah, he needed disciples.
Yeah, so it's very important.
Yeah. Okay, so for the next 3 weeks, like I indicated, you're going to be here with us. But then, can you just brush through what we'll be doing?
Right.
Then we come back to do only what we are expected to do today.
Exactly.
So at the end of the sessions, how or where are we going to end?
Right. We are going to look at... you see, most artists start as indie artists, or what we refer to as independent artists.
Okay.
So we'll look at, if you're an indie artist, what you should do to get a very good brand that would attract executive producers to help you.
Okay, so then we'll clean up that mess. Like I want a producer.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's what we're gonna be looking at.
Right.
Okay. So then what? Adam?
Right.
Okay.
And then we'll also get to know the multiple streams of income that are out there for artists that most artists don't know.
Okay. So means of feeding yourself, if I may put it. You need money.
Right.
So you can't just be doing music without having the necessary money or returns.
Right.
So means of being in a game, making money, multiple means. Okay. And then the third week, what are you going to be looking at?
We'll look at the whole organigram of a record label. If you
what
want
they are
to set
expected
up
to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like I know this guy has everything, the studio, everything, supposedly to take off as a record label.
Yeah.
But the structures, there are no structures, so he's still there.
It's got everything.
Like everything that some people in some ghettos in
lack of knowledge, my people perish.
So dreaming to have.
Yes.
But he doesn't know what to do.
So he's sitting on gold.
Yeah.
But he has no idea.
Exactly.
All right, 26 after the hour 2, we'll get through all these things. Like he indicated, we'll go through everything. But today, we will be talking about independent artists. You call yourself independent. How independent are you?
Yeah.
How do you understand the word independent? Like I said, I got thrilled when I spoke to him. And I'm very sure after listening to OBJ, you would have a change of mind. If you're an artist out there listening to us, if you are acclaimed big artist, yet you are struggling, you know in your pocket. I don't need to remind you.
Right.
This is OBJ for you, and in the next minute or two, my DJ is going to entertain us with some 2-3 mixes or mashups, and then we'll come back to talk more on who an independent artist is. But you got to stay with us from now for the next 3 weeks to come. We're going to be talking much more on branding, how you will be relevant, how you will be seen, not only heard.
Yeah.
That's the point. People are ahead, but they're not being seen.
Yeah.
How can you be seen? You need to prove it. Let the money flow in your pocket. My name is Lord Marvin. This is the Saturday Jam. I'm hanging out with OBJ, with my team, DJ T-School, Nene, and every guy in the studio with the bloggers. Charlie, we are back for more.
Transmitting live from Accra, this is Unique FM.
Body too correct. Oh no, Eddie man don't forget. Only go oh collect, oh wale, oh wallet. Body too correct. She love me.
With the full chameleon. This is coming from my heart. When him say me the meat, he said yabolu. Oh, I no go do you like that. When him ni waiting, ya unkuto.
Some shoes and get on the dance floor. Quick cut, you know that you waste. Sexy girl, you dance for me, why? You be my woman. Let's see your body today. You forgive me that. Your boogie make a grace. Baby, come shaku from you. Wada wada from you. Boya shocky from you. Do the dance from you. So gaga. So everybody. Hot so gaga. My people, show them. Oh gaga. Oh yeah. Don't do. Come on. Oh gaga. Everybody now. Patapa, with the wawa, what's it? Them say we know they do nothing, but them they like it. You know me, but they feel that. Go to every every beat back a beat back for your tundra, I be fitter. No need to play games with these 2 balls for your back. We are be pro there if you far. If she press play, you know if you press pause. What she do will be on let's go. When the protection be like the first pause. Must see no 2 or really to set like you see that girl. I am bad, yes I am bad. Everybody knows say me a bad. I am bad, me know me a bad. Myself me know say me a bad. There was a one night stand.
Yo, this is J Derby. real, don't know Lord Marvin and DJ Tisco International.
Your messages are still welcome. 0243-847542, 0243-847542, 0243-847542. Your messages are welcome. We're talking about branding. My guest has indicated very clearly that it's not actually something to pay attention to. It's not a course. I don't even know where he studied or which school can boast of that. But it's very, very, very killing us. And one of the reasons Nigerian artists are making it big time is because of the branding. I once had the privilege to meet one of the big guys in Nigerian music down here coming to promote her own music. Can I ask her, can't you do that by finding somebody in Ghana to do it for you? I said, no. Charlie, you know what? I got to do it right. That is why I'm here. And she actually moved from a radio station to the other, one to the other, and did this for 2 weeks. And then she went back. The song I'm talking about is a hit now. And we've been dancing to it. And you are very familiar with the song as well. Anyway, we'll do our best to educate our own. So to all the artists out there listening to us, don't be too big. You can send your message, hide your name, we'll read it and you'll get the answer. We beg you, pa. We beg you, we beg you. We know say your pocket be empty. I beg, Tongoyare, why? I am wow. We got the medicine for you. OPJ is right here in the studio. The big man, Charlie. I'm loving it. And the messages I'm having here is interesting. And people are asking that you are 1 in a million because they've not actually had that kind of interview in a long while. So people have not been doing this.
Right.
All we know is that the artist is big.
Yeah.
And then we are celebrating him. And the next minute he's down.
Yeah, it's that. Nobody knows how.
All right. So as we expect or we wait for your messages, we'll still continue with the education. So join us. We'll get to entertain you again in the second part of the show. So stick and stay to Unique 95.7 Meta. It's the Saturday Jam. My name is Lord Marvin with Tisco International. We're doing this every Saturday between the hours of 2 and 3. We are on today. So we're talking about independent artists.
Right. So first of all, for every product, that comes into the market, there's a product life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And artists are like products. They have a life cycle.
Yeah.
Okay, so you introduce the artist, that's the introduction stage.
Yeah.
And then there's growth for the artist.
Okay.
So there's a hit song, you introduce him, there's growth. He keeps climbing. Yeah. There's another hit song, there's another one. And then he matures, he gets to the peak.
Yeah.
Now, when he gets to the peak, if he doesn't take care, he will decline. Or she doesn't take care, she will decline.
Okay.
Now, the strategy to extend the dominance of that artist, that is where the branding comes in.
Okay, so the strategy to extend the dominance of the artist.
Yes. So in branding, they will say product extension.
Yes.
Right? So
naturally, if I'm getting you, naturally, the artist can climb with his talents.
Exactly.
But to maintain or to remain on the top for that long, then branding must come in.
Okay. Exactly.
All right. Okay.
So that is one thing that most artists should understand and remember, that you are a product. To get to a point whereby you will decline, right? So why don't you work the best of ways so that you actually not even get to the position whereby you decline?
Okay.
Right. Okay. So right from beginning, I want to enlighten brothers and sisters about what branding actually is and where it started.
Okay.
It will interest you to know that branding actually started here in Africa.
Okay.
Ancient ancestors in Egypt in 2700 BCE were branding their cattle to differentiate themselves from other farmers.
Wow.
Right.
Dating that time.
Yeah. So they put a hot iron or metal on the skin of the cattle to put a symbol on it, just to differentiate it.
Even at various homes, I've seen my grannies painting fowls to just, differentiate the fowl from others. Okay.
Now, the reason why artists have fans it is because fans identify themselves in the artist. They see you and they see themselves in you.
Okay.
Right? So if there's nothing for them to relate,
part of you.
Exactly. There's nothing for them to relate to
you.
There's no connection again. So whatever you do would either add to people to like you or not. Now, how do you maintain that? That's where the branding comes in. Now, if you're able to brand well, then you can monetize your content. Okay? And then you can also retain...
so hold on, OBJ. Right. So money comes after better branding.
Exactly.
So the coins you get in the beginning is not the money itself.
No.
That's just for the startup.
You can make huge sums of money. Like in 2012, 50 Cent made $80 million from just putting G Unit on the Reebok sneakers.
I heard about that. I was like,
right. Yeah. So, and it wasn't when he started.
Yeah.
It came after the kind of message has been put across in the minds of people.
Yeah.
So branding is like the perception people have about you. When I mention Lord, what comes into people's minds?
Okay.
Well, like let's say gasmilla, I say when I say gasmilla, something comes into your mind as Int'l.
Okay, so now you've introduced him. I was trying to keep him as a surprise package. But once, so listeners,
sorry about that.
No, it's okay. We've got gasmilla.
Let me have to do the official.
Let me because I was keeping on a low tone until you did that. So gasmilla is here in the studios, and then producer will be hearing from him. He's like a family. I mean. I cannot say everything on air, but it's like a family. I mean, this guy will just pick up a phone and call you, Charlie. Boss, how do you feel? I mean, one of the few artists who will check up on presenters, and it's not common. Some of the musicians will tell you, Charlie, so you do your job, but he would always check up on you, and he's got that heart. Prince Badge, wherever you find yourself, Charlie, good afternoon. You're a big man. I mean, when you hear good stories about people, you should just join and praise them. This guy is like a big brother to me too as well. So gasmilla is in the studios and we'll be talking to him pretty soon. He's got one out and a lady called me or say, I can't understand the words, but I'm loving the beats.
Yeah.
And that's the connection I have. And she can't even speak Ghana.
Right.
So she called me to ask me what's the meaning of the words gasmilla was saying the song.
That's powerful music.
But she can dance to the beats and everything.
Right.
And that song, he spoke Chinese, so he was telling us what he was saying. But trust me, in my intro, I mentioned that he's the only artist who won an award at the 2020 VGMA.
Right.
And I realized you started nodding. The reason being that he won the award for music for development.
Right.
And for me, I think everything we do must be related to life, to something.
Yeah.
And he stood out.
Yeah.
No wonder he had no competition. So gasmilla is here in the studio. Charlie, big man. Manche. Champion Jibo. What's popping, man?
Charlie Wally.
I know you're under the weather, but Charlie, I know you will still make it. Yes. I even asked him to stay. I said, no, I still want to come. Anyway. All right, so it's even a nice one to meet OBJ.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy.
I like the pointers they give.
Charlie.
Really amazing pointers.
Better.
You know, the thing about branding you were saying, I did history in school.
Nice.
So I thought, I love tattoos, but I can't have one.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know how our parents are. Once they impact that fear of God in you, it doesn't matter where you go.
You feel their eyes on you.
I have no tattoo on me. I can't have it.
Yeah. So I decided to research on it, and I remember in history class we were told how slaves were also branded with tattoos and stuff like that, and that's where it sort of came from. Okay. So even tattoos is a way of branding. Okay. So I mean, when he was saying it just took me back.
I like that. Charlie, we're making an impact. We'll get back to talk to gasmilla. He's on this project I'm loving so much. I mean, he comes from a community and he decided single-handedly to make himself a brand ambassador to help clean our beaches.
Wow.
Make it a clean one, because every time he travels, he tells me every time he travels, he feels sad.
Yeah.
That the same beaches that people are making money out of, we know what we do there. Right. I cannot say it on radio. Yeah. So we'll get back for gasmilla. He came late today. He came late today. But we'll get back for him to. But we are back to OBJ.
Right.
OBJ, you are on a point, independent artist, and if you can finish that point before we get to gasmilla.
Yeah. So
like I said, today we are doing the introduction to the course itself, and from next week we hit the ground.
Yeah. So
at a point I got confused because you said the artist can make money from his talents by getting a hits upon hits upon hits.
Right.
Then when he gets to the mature stage where he's known now, he needs branding.
Yeah, I mean, it's the branding actually starts from the beginning. Okay. It starts from the beginning, but to maintain, when you get to the maturity stage, to maintain, you need to critically look at what you do next. Because like every product, there's a decline.
Yeah.
You get to the top, you're going to come down. So what should you do to get to still stay at the top? They call it the S curve. It's like it starts from the bottom and then you climb.
Yeah.
What do you do to start another S curve?
Charlie, I cannot hold the message anymore. But Moses, who spoke about you earlier, said that you should be working with Musica or any of the authorities because they have misled the artists for too long.
Yeah,
I'm not part of it. I issue a disclaimer, please.
What?
I didn't say this.
You didn't say this.
I can give out the message, and if the police comes out, I didn't say this, please.
So the one important thing to
because the artists must know this.
Yeah, they must know.
And some of them, they're hustling. They want to make it.
Right.
But they need to be taught all these things.
And you know, most of the time, we think it's only performances that you can make money.
That's what I'm talking about.
We actually, let me just go through the list. So for like an artist, you can make money through endorsement deals, right? Featurings, streaming, your merchandise.
Yes. When are we going to talk about the streaming? I mean, the money online stuff. When are we going to
talk about that later?
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll be waiting for that part.
Of course, performances, distribution, film score, music publishing, and so many other ones. Now, when you take merchandise alone, if you don't have a brand, how can you sell a merchandise?
That's the point. So you need a brand to sell merchandise.
Right. So one of the things I did for R2B is when they started.
Yes, I know. I didn't even mention it because I don't want to make it like I'm blowing you out of proportion. So I left that one out.
You left that one,
but you've once you've worked with BBC is enough. Let's leave it there.
Yeah. So we put out that particular T-shirt. To send a message.
Refuse to be broke.
Refuse to be broke. And then you realize that you're a human being. It's not everywhere you can be.
Yes.
You cannot be on a signboard or
no.
Something has to represent you.
Yeah.
So that's when symbols come in.
The logos and stuff.
Exactly.
Like that.
But the logo alone is not your brand.
Yeah.
The kind of feeling people have when they see your logo is your brand. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So when you mention a particular artist's name or somebody's name, what you think about them?
The perception.
The perception you have about them.
Like you always say, first time seeing somebody.
Right.
How do you see the person?
Yeah.
So the perception.
Exactly.
So artists must create that perception.
Exactly.
When Gasmilla walked in, immediately you see him.
Yeah.
You would have a perception about him. When he opened his mouth, my friend KB in Kumasi will tell you, Charlie, the girl be fine, but she opened her mouth, no, Charlie. she's nothing that happened.
So one of the there are about I think 10 things that actually affect a brand. Okay. You have your music career goals.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, later we'll look at.
Yeah, sure. We'll go deeper.
And then you have your interests aside music. If you're not doing music, what do you do?
What do you do? You need to find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
The style and quality of your artistry delivery. Okay. And then your visuals. Your belief systems.
Okay.
If you're an atheist, you say it in your music.
Yes.
Right?
It will just come out.
It will manifest itself.
Okay. So what you believe in will reflect in your lyrics.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then your musical message.
No wonder we are able to relate to some lyrics now. Okay, I understand. Oh, I can sing some if you didn't mind.
Your communication skills. There are some artists when you ask them a question, they can't say it. And when they say something, they are not able to be articulate.
Yeah.
You cannot tell us.
Tongue twisting will say you don't even know what he or she is saying. Okay, all right.
So sound and music, stagecraft, and then your logos.
Yes.
And then what you do on social media, all of them affect your brand.
Charlie, if you're listening to us there, I'm telling you, next week, next 2 weeks, next 3 weeks, you got to put your door here because we are getting to the classrooms and we've been slacking, we've been idle for too long. I mean, we've left our industry open to the extent that people are making money out of it and we are rather poor. It's about time we take the horn or the bull by the horn.
Right.
And that's why I'm bringing, see, this guy, like I said, if he says he's going to charge me, make a fast can win. Civil servant. But he's doing this for you and I. If you're listening to us and you know you have a brother, you have a sister who is singing, who is an artist, it is not about only shouting or putting words into lyrics or just recording a label.
Right.
You must brand and do everything right. He's open his doors to everybody. He's worked with a lot of people. I didn't mention it because that's not why he's here.
Right.
He's a low-key man. He wants to help the public. Gasmilla, Obi, I'll be with you in a minute. But Gasmilla, Charlie, thanks for coming, and I appreciate. I know you're not really feeling fine. I asked you to stay. You said no. I got to be here, and I love what you're doing, man. You are a king, and one thing I've realized is that when it comes to branding, the name Gasmilla rings a bell.
Right. Straight up.
I travel a lot within Ghana. My crew will tell you, if I finish, I can be in Sunyani tomorrow, can be in Kumasi tomorrow. You know it. Sometimes you call me out. And the point is that the way they jump to your music, they don't even understand the words.
Yeah.
And I love that branding aspect where when you were being introduced on the stage to come and take your award, you said finally.
Yeah.
Finally. After doing all your music, finally you had an award by not only doing music, but by branding yourself in a very different position.
Way.
Linking yourself to the people. Now, when they mention Gasmilla, they know cleanup exercise is coming on. Yeah. Right. What's happening with your cleanup job?
So for now, I'm working with a couple of corporations to see what preventive measures to take to make sure that this whole defecating and nets going into the water, because there's a video I'll show you after the interview. Wow. And it was me and Kobolo and a couple of artists and people like my friends pulling out rags and nets with ropes, and it was as long as from here to the main gate.
Wow.
So the more we pull it, the more we cut it, because it's all sort of intertwined and entangled to the latter end. We didn't know where it was coming from. But there's one thing that people don't know. Our drainage system in Ghana leads to the sea. So whenever it rains, everything goes
back to the sea.
Yeah, I mean, if you put your shutter for rooftop where you not see him the next morning, he did a sea inside. Go look for that.
Charlie. A lot safe I did there. But quickly, how you like coping with this? I know the pressure. I know my people.
Yeah.
I know my people. Yeah. I mean, I know them. We cannot show ourselves, but I know them. They can give you a tough time. I know them.
Tough time.
And
bro.
How are you going? Because it's not easy.
It's not easy.
See, I can tell you few instances that I've come up with, and I was like, okay, I give up, man.
Yeah.
I give up. I can't stand them.
Yeah.
They are huge. I can't say it. You know it.
Yeah, I know.
But how are you coping with this cleanup exercise, especially with these communities, coastal communities?
Okay, so before I say this, shout out to a friend of mine called Alex. He lives. They own the property of East Tantra, right?
Yeah, East Tantra.
Yeah, so he's a friend of mine. There was a day we were having a conversation, and I was really down.
Yeah.
Because I felt that I represent a people that don't, I feel that the support could be more.
Yeah.
And he said something. He was like, you see, when you're being given a mantle to do something, the people that you are leading can't lead themselves. That's why you're leading them.
Yeah.
So don't expect leadership from them.
Yeah.
Right. So
this is difficult.
This is something difficult. That I think that as a people that we think that we can put hands together and make it happen. Should come together and make it happen.
Charlie, hold on. Charlie, hold the fire. I'm touched. My DJ Charlie, give me some mashup, some succulent mashup from Gasmilla. I just want that Chinese. The lady is listening, so please make sure you mix 3 or 4 songs from Gasmilla.
Sure.
I mean, as for today, dear, he forced himself to come.
Yeah.
When I said he should rest, he said no way. Once a brand expert is coming here, he will also come out. So, Charlie, my DJ, if you're ready, let's get some 2 minutes of Gasmilla. Then we'll continue with OBG and Gasmilla as well. This is Unique 95.7 megahertz. Few messages I'll be reading through, but audio 0243 847542. My name is Lord Marvin. Saturday Jam. Please, how important is branding to our music, to an artist? How do you think branding yourself is very important to your rise? It's very, 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 very important. I repeated it, very, very. That means it's like the air you breathe. We are back.
I'm leaving you.
95.7 Radio with a difference. Unique FM.
Fancy house with a swimming pool. We live in large, we live in good. Stingy man, you gon' follow. No, he cost me, can't get me, I can't make her follow you home. Material things, you washing me alone. In a China, in a China, in a China, in a China, in a China.
My DJ doesn't speak Ga, so he doesn't understand the words. Makele Nelu. Baba Jedama. Aye. Gaga.
Gasmilla the conqueror. Boom.
Where I hear Gasmilla's song, I lose my home training.
And see my enemies all in the
What a gospel. Devil and his followers. Kill you all.
It's a cricket monkey, it's a monkey, see, they try me, to go watch it, I see many people, I go thank the Diabolo, I go to reach you, yet you will have 2 kilo,
Getting the last one. We start talking. Call in Olu. I show him. Mash Kongamano. You know why? All the animal. Only the vulture. Can eat and get satisfied. Lay a ball on a unit.
Transmitting live from Accra, this is Unique FM.
So in commemoration of World Peace Day, the Musician Union of Ghana, Musica, Greater Accra, in collaboration with Miss Peace, Ambassador Ghana, and GBC invite you to our National Peace Project Medium Launch. Venue will be forecourt of GBC Zoe Gardens or ZTY Garden. And the date will be Monday, 21st, Increment's birthday, 2020. Time will be 10 a.m. And for more details, please call 0243979779. So 0243979779. This message is powered by Unique FM, Unique FM Radio with a difference.
95.7 Radio with a difference. Unique FM.
My mind here be for boss. Here for the paper, yes of course. I can let my trouble don't give it to me.
I ended the show with this song, but we'll be back to do This was the lyrics the lady was talking about. Even in you, hold on. OBJ, Charlie.
Right.
Charlie, we need to jump small sometimes when you see brothers like that.
I want to make a very important point.
I'll be very glad.
There's something called the Blue Ocean Strategy, right?
Okay.
That's what Gasmilla is doing.
Wow.
In most industries, you have the Red Ocean Strategy and the Blue Ocean Strategy, right? Red Ocean is boot.
Are we going to go through all that?
No.
In a subsequent.
Well, we can touch on that.
Okay.
So
we have a lot to
let's say all of us are rapping.
Of course, we're free.
Let's say
let's say
all of us are rapping Ga.
Yeah.
How can we be relevant? Who would be seen? Nobody will be seen. Right? Now, Blue Ocean is when you make your competitor irrelevant.
That's right.
Gasmilla is in his own world.
Zone.
Everybody is irrelevant. When you look at what he's doing, everybody is irrelevant.
Yes.
And when you do that, you don't have any issue with nobody because there's nothing to fight him up for because you can't do what he's doing.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we'll touch on. I mean,
Charlie,
Blue Ocean Strategy.
I feel like an artist already, even though I'm not. Because with all the points you're giving me, I'm thinking that if I should put all into practice, I'll be a better artist without even lyrics.
Right. So it has a connection with a brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're able to get a particular area that you operate in, then it becomes your brand. Okay. And that goes on to affect your revenue streams as an artist. You see, if you have a good brand, you're able to maximize your your monetization of your content.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say if you want to look at even featuring, who features an artist depends on the kind of brand he or she has.
Yeah.
Okay, if your message is a particular topic that you always deal with, certain artists would not put you on their songs.
Yeah.
If they want to meet certain kinds of people, let's say you want to get people in Greater Accra, you can get Gasmilla to be in a song because they relate to him very much because that's his brand.
Yeah. Mancheni. Mancheni means he's a king.
That's a king. Yeah.
You can't take it away from him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And then, of course, we spoke about merchandise.
Yes.
If you have a good brand, whatever imagery that you've put across, whether through the 5 senses or the 6th one, which is imagination, people would want to get it because something about you is attached to it.
Okay.
So if it's your voice, just your voice.
Yeah.
Because then when you put your voice on a song, it's money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If your voice has to be used for an interview, for an advertisement, it's money.
Yeah.
Your symbols can be used to generate money.
Yeah.
Your image, your personality
can be used to generate money.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. So if you have a good brand, then it means that you can sell these things. You can put these things across.
I like that. But you know what? I just want us to pause here on education as we prepare for next week. So next week, please join OBJ again on the show. We have full time. We're going to the classrooms. You need to learn. See, if you don't learn, you will fail. As simple as that. It is only in the exam hall or the exam hall that you realize that you've not learned anything. And nobody would know until you sit behind it. See, last I told some few guys who wanted to have a good level, I said, look, it's very difficult to fail than to pass. Because if you will fail, you will suffer.
Yeah.
You will sweat in whilst writing an exams in an AC or air conditioned room. But if you pass, it's as easy because you've learned. So let's all learn something out of this. So OBJ will be here back. We'll be back here next week as we go into details. We'll talk about multiple whatever he said. And then making money. Money is essential in music life. Okay, so Gasmilla, as I end with OBJ, Charlie, what were you saying in there?
In the song. So honestly, do you want the truth or the?
I don't want the truth. I don't want the truth.
Okay.
Because anytime an artist tells me, he will not even tell you the truth.
No, I will. I'm that honest.
But seriously, the lady loved the song without even understanding anything.
Yeah. But so the thing is, I came back from the UK. I was supposed to do a project for this company.
Yeah.
And I went to the studio to record a song.
Yeah.
And whilst we were recording, I just did a melody called. I did something.
Okay.
Brought the lyrics in the song to the house and I started playing it and everybody just freaked. And I didn't even understand what I was saying. It was just melody.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what OBJ was saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, when I decided to go change it, everybody was like, no, don't change it.
Katai.
Leave it.
Leave it. Yeah.
Leave it. So I actually left it.
Right.
But you know what? A friend of mine in the States wanted to other people from the States also loved the song. So they wanted to hear what I was saying.
Yeah.
So it got me to go and listen to what I was saying. Yeah. And if I tell you, you'll be surprised.
Yeah. Really? What were you saying?
I was saying, Mwejuma Ekeke.
Okay.
Mwejuma Ayekeke. Mwejuma Alaimi Ayekeke. Chesa, you see, they pushed me down so much that I was supposed to break, but I didn't break. I turned into something
Their work has been in vain.
Trying to break me has made me something else.
So you're not saying anything, you're blowing.
Yes, you see, music is so spiritual. People don't get it. That's
unfortunate. We have a minute. And I dedicate that minute to you.
Yeah.
Talk to your fans. Just 1 minute. We are gone. And seriously, I know you will not be worried about that because definitely this is home for you now. Yeah. We play your song each and every. My DJ doesn't understand one line, but he plays your song like that.
Jazz.
So what do you want to say to your fans?
There's no time, and you see, life is like a wheel.
Yeah.
You know, there's 4 sides to every car. You know, your side, you move. You for do your own.
Right.
And there's no time. You see, I have a video now that I want to sort of even shoot a part and add to it.
Okay.
But the truth of the matter is there's so much work
to be done.
Okay. So don't waste time because there's no time.
There's no time.
Yeah, there's no time.
I love this part. Moving. There's no time. Yeah. Okay. So Gasmilla for you, he'll be back over and over and over. Yeah. Anytime you see Gasmilla, watch out for this. Anytime you see Gasmilla at your desktop, he's there to talk to you about cleanliness. Please all the MPs, we are coming. Watch out for us. My name is Lord Marvin, David Tisco International with the entire crew. OBJ, big up thanks to you and your crew, and also Gasmilla passing through the show. But trust me, I said, watch out. We'll be collaborating with Gasmilla very soon. And we'll be walking through every corner, every ghetto. The ghettos must be clean. This has been a Saturday jam. We're out like that. We'll be back. But please, make somebody smile if you can. Please, we're out. Knowledge Arena is next. Mojuma Keke. Bye.
If you can play B for boss, when I'm a can T for toss. On my mind, here B for boss. Be here for the paper, yes, of course. I mean, I can tell them my trouble, don't